going, guys? Phil here, new addition to the R&D team. I'm getting some gas cruisers ready for the Summit. So I'm going to show you guys how to cut down the front brake. When you get them in, they'll have this extension here, which we don't really use. So what has to happen is you have to measure it, cut it, and then put it on the mill and cut this slot. So when you get the parts to come in, like I said, all nice and shiny. What we're going to do is we're going to take the brake off, make it easier. So you can either clamp it in and use an 11/16 wrench, or you can use two 11/16 wrenches to take this off. And then on the side. And then this whole part lifts out. And the next step is to go ahead and follow this line. There's a crease in the sheet metal. And basically what I'm going to do is set my caliper to 3.5 inches and measure along that line from back here and try to just keep the line going straight all the way and mark on the sheet metal where I'm going to cut. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cut a slot in it, which is for the adjustability, so somewhere around 3.5 inches. We're going to go put this on the bandsaw and chop it off. Polish it up. I'm just going to take the burr off the edge. You can do it with some sandpaper or file. And now it's ready to have the slot cut in it, which we'll have to put it on the milling machine to do. Okay, so I went ahead and marked up the part. We need to make a cut with a 1/4 inch end mill that goes down 3/4 of an inch from the edge that we just cut. And once again, you're following that line. So if you don't have a nice fancy mill, you can just drill a 1/4 inch hole and then use a Dremel with a cutoff wheel just to make that slot. It's not super critical, but we're going to do here in the mill. And there's our slot. And now what you'll do is you just clean up either side. I'm going to cheat and use the belt sander. You could just use a file. And this is the cruiser front brake modified to fit. All right, and now this just reassembles the same way you took it off. Just drop it on. There's nothing to fall out. Everything's held in with retaining clips. Put your bushing on first, then your washer, and your nut. And just give that a nice tweak. Nice and snug. And now we're going to go reinstall the wheel on the cruiser. Install the wheel and just make sure that the screw down here fits into the slot that we just cut.